Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm really sorry for bringing it late, but finally I'm here with my gold breakdown. I decided not to do a community call and just record the video and put on my YouTube so you can watch, like, comment, and subscribe and ask questions in private and online everywhere. Because now I split my channels into two, Discord and Telegram. So I didn't really know how to reach both without like doing this YouTube vid. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. I have the trades here. This is not the session. I think it was somewhere, yes, around there. And I will just break these down. So this region where I took a series of buys. So I'm thinking, okay, let me just start. So, because a lot of these trades here were 1 minute entries and the like, because I'm a very low time frame trader. I play with the 15 sec sometimes. So those are what I use for my POIs. Let's go down to 1 minute and see a clearer picture. Okay, for the first sell, we can see that we're coming from a high time frame level. As one of my friends would say, just don't choose a random POI, choose a high time frame POI and then work your way down the low time frame. We're coming from this 15 minutes order block with imbalance and all that. So all I did was just wait for the POI to hit and wait for my entry pattern to form, which of course it did. And because of the way I trade, it mostly does. It mostly always hits my POI. So I saw this, okay, price hit the POI here. I could have had the entry here or this one, but I really wanted to like enter calm, like peacefully without too much stress. Like after so many confirmations and be sure of what I'm entering and know that okay, price is going to drift my way. So all I did was wait for this guy to wick the POI and drop. So I saw the first BOS. So the first BOS here. Why is this the BOS? Because as you know, this is the high, low that broke this previous low. So that's a BOS in my opinion. Then this second BOS as well. I don't need to mark everything because it'll make my chart messy, but for the sake of the video, let me mark it. And then I saw, oh, we had a weak high here because it didn't exactly do too much here. So it went back up, mitigated something here in the 15-second time frame. I still didn't enter because the way the structure was playing out, I was seeing possible buy reactions from this candle. Even though it took it out, it still went back up. So I didn't want to enter at a place where I wouldn't be too comfortable sitting in the trade. So it took it out and then it came back up again. So at this point, I was pretty sure because now I can see one, two, and then this major one, in my opinion, this is my major low time frame breaker structure, and then this one too. So I just waited for a pullback up. And when he did the pullback, I can't show you the 15-second, but the entry was based on the 15-second. When he did the pullback, I saw, oh, this POI had formed. You can see price wicked the POI and just dropped. I used a different POI here because this one wouldn't have initiated. It would have been missed by less than maybe 0.01 pips or something. But that's the reason I used the low time frame for the POI. This would have been missed by 0.01 pips. It would have been a serious pain. So I just did that. Okay, what's my target? My target was this low is here because I now know that, oh, since we mitigated this high time frame zone, this low now becomes a weak low because it didn't manage to break above this other guy. Yeah, this one here. It didn't break above it. So I'm pretty sure now, okay, price is going to really take it out. So I had my second POI marked out. If we're looking at the 1 minute time frame, there's really nothing here. this candle here, there's nothing here, but there is something here, something I've been testing, and it has been working for me. But why is my bar replay not connecting? 1 second. Wi-Fi is still on. Yeah, so this was my entry criteria here. This reclaimed block, it's called the reclaimed block, some people call it a breaker block. To be honest with you guys, I don't really bother about the difference between them. Oh, sorry, let me just change my song. So I don't really bother about the difference between them. I just trade what I see, because in this case, this is an order block that was failed to be respected. So with some ideology that I wouldn't really want to share, because of this video, it would be unfair to the private students, I took the trade off that, but not immediately. I waited for my confirmation entry. If you've watched my previous videos, I think I should link them in this video. You will see what I said about my entry confirmations and all that. So this guy here, pretty messy price action here, but I can already see my entry pattern forming. So in cases like this, because the SL is too big, the SL range, if I was entering off this OB, my SL would have been 13.7 pips, which I think cuts above the 10 pip maximum I tried to use on gold. So what I did was simply use a Fibonacci tool and trade the 15%, and you see I minimized my risks to 7 point something pips, if you understand. So I just waited for the highs to be taken, the lows to be taken, a consequent break of structure like this here. This high that took out the previous high was taken, then this one was taken as well. So I knew that price was dropping down, and since we're playing from a demand zone as well, I knew that price was going to move up. So it did move up first. Nice sweet move, actually. Moved up, gave a re-entry here. I didn't take it, I didn't bother about it. So and then when price continued moving, this third buy here, a lot of people have asked me questions, but I think it's very easy. It's all about just playing your entry confirmation. I don't know if I can get 30 seconds at least in here, because TradingView, if they tell me that, oh, we don't have the data for that time frame. Okay, yeah. Or if we can get 30, let's see 15. Yeah, 15 seconds is available. So this all, after tapping into this POI I had here, this 1 minute supply, demand rather. After tapping into that failed inducement here, so this inducement low, some of my students would understand why this is the inducement and not anything else above here, and why this one chose to fail for this guy. Because I knew this was my POI, 1 minute POI. I waited for the Asian lows to be taken, and Asian lows were taken directly into, the time is confusing me. I don't even know the time. I'm not using it. I'm used to a 24-hour format, so this 12-hour format kind of messes with me. Okay, yeah, I waited for Asia to like do itself into the POI for me. So all I did was simply just mark out my POI. You can already see what I marked out. My entry criteria is the same for multiple time frame: liquidity, structure, inducement plays, and then my POI. It's easy that way. No need to overcomplicate things. So you can see it tapped into my POI, this imbalance here, tapped into it. I think I got a deeper retracement even. See, I marked out this level here for my second POI, possibly for second buys, and price respected it very well. So at this point here, after seeing this sequential breaks of structure, 1, 2, 3, this one has been broken as well. I'm expecting the next one to be broken. Once that next one is broken for me, I think I have a bit of peace. And this is why I don't do break evens. Because imagine I went BE around here and then price does this and still pumps up. So it just came and picked up the other POI and then price moved. One thing about price is it will always try to mitigate, like, as much as it can. It will try to close like balances. So after breaking this structure, I was pretty certain that, okay, now I can break even, because price was finally moving in my way. It's nothing difficult. My friends and I, my trading friends and I, we've discussed and we found out that trading is relatively easy. the toughest aspect of trading is the psychology. But the easier aspects of trading are just the technical analysis and understanding why price is moving. Anybody can easily understand why price is moving, but not everybody can capitalize on that. You might be very good at spotting trends, spotting everything, but not very good at like placing a trade, for instance, because you'll be scared, your psychology will be fragile. Okay, look at this POI, same thing. Same thing here. I had liquidity taken into these lows, into this POI, this demand here. Because I trade a lot of high time frame, so I play a low time frame rather. So I play a lot with my demand, low time frame demand, imbalance and all that. So I saw price playing into that POI. So what I did, because I was on my charts all day that day, I was on my charts, so I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time to mess with the time, to mess with the charts rather. So after seeing this here, then I see a break of structure, all this low is taking. My next POI will be the balance, this direct imbalance here, which of course gets mitigated. This is one of the best trading days I've had, like this session, 28th of February. Not every time I get trades like this, because that day I don't think I took a SL. Someone said, oh, he doesn't believe that it's possible, but that's the thing. When you open your mind to possibilities, you will be able to understand and see for what it is. You would know what price is doing. You would be able to capitalize on it. And that day, no, sorry, 1st of March, that was the trading day after 20th of February. On 20th of February, I had a pretty rough time. So I wasn't even in the mood to care about anything. So it kind of just made me just go berserk on the charts. I didn't even bother about my SL or anything. I just took all the trades I saw. And then that guy was moving. I had a sell POI above here. I'm going to show you. Still that high time frame POI. Remember this high time frame POI? Because it is gold, I understand that gold respects support and resistance pretty well, at least in my own experience. Even from back in the day, I was trading retail. So I knew that, okay, this is not a resistance level. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? This is support, this is resistance. So I knew even if it's the most minimal reaction we will get from it. So, well, that skipped that POI. Let me show you. Same ideology again. Imbalance. I played the imbalance here. It's nothing serious. This same POI that you're looking at was respected like crazy. That's what pushed price over 2,000. This tiny little imbalance. Although I expected price to take it out. But if you watch closely, there was liquidity taken here. So this to me wasn't exactly equal lows, because this low is not the same as this. So people will say it's equal lows and wait for price to take it out into this POI or something perhaps. But I know that, oh, I pay attention to liquidity a lot. So I know liquidity has been taken. So I just capitalize on the trade from a 3 minutes POI or something. Yeah, 3 minutes. So my 3-minute POI was respected. I had a 8.52 stop playing into my resistance. Remember the resistance. Let me go to the 15-second time frame because that would present more info. So you can see we're already getting a reaction from that resistance level. We're already getting a reaction. But I know price was going to go deeper, which of course it did. So I had marked out mentally, I had marked out this level, this POI is here. Need to play out now. You can see I'd already seen this was it 30-second? Yes, this 30-second POI here. Imbalance, OB, structure taking, liquidity taking. So I built the confidence around my trade. And I saw this guy here. So I knew that since we're in a very strong bullish momentum, this would be best to just take for a small RR. It's not my potential swing anyways. Which of course this gets respected. As you can see. Also guys, remember this second POI because I'm going to play it later. I'm going to use that POI later. So this is nothing more than just demand. Trading from demand. Sometimes I trade supply, demand, anything that I want to trade. It all follows the same ideology for me anyways. But on the 3 minute, it's a nice IPA candle just there. So price just goes, taps into it, comes back. So I waited for a structure to be broken, yeah, and the RTO, easy RTO, and just take my trade off that. Let's play forward. Trading is easy, guys. I know this sounds ridiculous. I've not made a lot from trading myself. I've not made enough as much as I want to make. I haven't, but I understand that trading is easy. And it's also an affirmation. Tell yourself what you want to see, what you want, and it will become what you want, what you see. It become reality. So I'm always telling myself trading is easy. And it ends up being easy for me. You dig? So this guy, pretty easy, you know. Liquidity was taken, yeah, structure was broken. Same thing, just follow your bias. And this was playing off a 1 hour POI. For me, this 1 hour week here. So I had such high hopes for this guy in here because I knew, oh, we took liquidity here. We didn't break structure, so I knew it was just a relative tiny sell that I would expect there. And my 1 minute POI was this. I just used 50% of it. 50% of the week. The week is always available, if you've ever heard me say that. And price just retraced deeply. Look at 10 pip stop. Imagine my arrogance of using this kind of stop. I've been taken out, but I am no gold. 10 pip is reasonable for me. On good days, I can have 5 pips. Yeah, I had a 3.8 pip because it was a very, very small trade. As I saw the momentum to the downside, I saw the breaks of structure, but then I was kind of bothered because I started seeing these deep retracements, if you get me. So I marked my POI here. My POI allowed for me to enter here and have a 7.8 pip stop anyways. But I just used the 50%. Same ideology anyways. See all the inducements building up. Liquid lows, all that. So I saw all the inducement building up. Easy. So what do I just do? Wait for price to play into this POI. I know on the lowest time frame it's a relatively strong low because see, always build a logic for a trade. Liquidity was taking here, structure was broken. I'm not going to target this thing, so I just target this week for about 6.5 or so. Yeah, 6.5, which is not a bad RR. If I reach 1%, that's still 6.5%. So I just target that, and price dropped. How do I know where to target, you ask me? Oh, it's a result of series of backtesting. Series and series of backtesting. You know where price reacts. Because if you look at my curriculum, I kind of mention a lot about reaction points. So I trade a lot of reaction points and order flow. I don't try to go against the market because when I do that, it tends to be bad news for me. So this gets pretty easy. You can see the order flow, price is building bullish structure, then it starts going down. Easy, it just dropped. The take profit for this guy was hit. And then came back into that imbalance. You know what I said? Remember I said this is not equal lows. These are not equal lows here. Yeah? So if these are equal lows, that means this is a strong low. Because it took liquidity, broke structure, and had a very nice imbalance. So based on my knowledge, I know for a fact that that PO will be respected. So I just slap a 10 pip stop. I honestly wish I could have aimed for $2,000 because it went up to 2,000. Remember, we had a strong low here being mitigated, but then we can see a strong high here. So inside this region here, you would expect a sell. Not that I took a sell, but it would happen. Look at what I'm saying. We had a sell, nice, beautiful sell from this IPA plus OB, and it dropped very well, reasonably. I think about a few hundred pips or so. 62 pips, not bad still. It went lower. It went to about 100 pips, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 85 pips or thereabout. So you can see understanding price. And I knew, oh, strong lows won't be violated. If this got violated, I'm done for the day anyways. I've had all of this. I will be an ungrateful asshole if I'm crying because of this. And it's just a 10 pip stop. And I didn't go break even. As I always tell my classmates, I don't like to call them students. It kind of sound cringy. My classmates, my guys, BEs are some of the worst things that can happen to you. Because look at, you go BE at 1 hour and you get taken out. For all you know, price might come back to your entry to mitigate something inside this week, maybe on the 5 second or on the 1 second even. Price is fractal anyways, always remember that. You can see this strong high was valid, but it became a strong low because a weak low rather, a weak high, sorry. This thing is confused me sometimes. Because then it failed to take out these lows here. So I know, okay, price is going bullish. And I can see this VSR, V-shaped reversal here. So price just pushes. That's what it wants to do. We are seeing consequential breaks of structure to the upside. And yeah, I'm freaking hyped. Because now, I think profit is hit. And I'm done for the day. Look at this. I had a 32R here, 33R here, 30R here, 29R here. It's insane what price can do for you. Let's do the calculation. 30 plus 32 plus, no, actually 33 plus 29, 30, 33 plus 32 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6, 5 plus 15. Sorry, I don't know the math on that. Let me do the calculation. You can use Control V for quick paste. Oh, thanks, TradingView. Sorry, I'm using a pretty shit phone right now because my beautiful Samsung got stolen a few days ago. I'm just managing with what I can lay my hands on. So in all, this is 169.5R. Bro, that's insane. 169.5R. Imagine I risk 1% on my trade. It's a rule of thumb for me and my traders. Never risk 1% per trade. Because when that trade goes wrong, all those people that tell you risk 1% per trade, when that trade goes wrong, you lose 1% before you get back. What I do most of the time is just risk 0.25, 0.2%. It's all about the risk management. We're not trying to get rich quick. Once you have good RRs like this, compounded over time. So let's say you reach 0.2R, 0.2% rather. 0.2 times 5 is 1%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1% of your account to make all this R. That's fantastic. Fantastic. You're probably getting like 30%. It was a very good trading session for me. But it's not always like that. I had 100% accuracy that day, win rate. Doesn't always come like that, but it happens. So that's the gold breakdown, guys. I hope there are questions. I pray there are questions. If you don't understand something, I'm not using ridiculous terms like BFI or chalk or because I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for everybody. Even missed this RR in here. So I've been like 170 here, 170 point something, 173 or so. But I'm not trying to make it difficult for you. I'm just using what you know: supply and demand, break of structure, liquidity. Although the application of it is a difference. It's what sets you different from other traders. So I pray there are questions. I hope there are questions. Thank you very much for watching. It's your boy Proton, Mist, whatever you want to call me. Maybe I'll do more breakdowns of the trades I took on Friday. I sent them to the group anyways. Before it happened, I sent it to the group. I might do breakdowns of this later. So if you want to see more breakdowns, let me know. If you want to join my private, let me know as well. Thank you very much. Have a great day, great trading week. Bless. Bye.